नमस्कार श्री Ramakrishna Kathamrita तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदादतं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये पुरिदा जनाः श्री Ramakrishna Kathamrita प्रथम भाग सप्तम खंडो और चतुर्थ परिच्छेद and today we start the first reading from the fourth chapter of the seventh section of the first volume of Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna in Bengali. When we read the last portion of the third chapter last time, uh, Sri M explained to us, he narrated that beautiful state in which Sri Ramakrishna went while listening to Narendra's song. And Sri M had mentioned that the moment Sri Ramakrishna listened to those lines that Narendra was singing, Anand Amrut Rupe Udibe Rude Akashe. চন্দ্র উদিলে চকোর যেমন ক্রীড়য়ে মন হরিষে আমরাও নাথ তেমনি করে মাতিব তবু প্রকাশে. The moment Sri Ramakrishna listened to these words, Ananda Amruta Rupe Udibe Hrude Akashe, that uh, just as that bird chakor, Chandra Udile Chakor Jemon Kridaye Monohoriye, the moment the moon rises, that moon comes up in the sky, that bird, that wonderful bird Chakor, he starts playing. He is in fullest bliss. He is frolicking at the delight of at the rising of the moon and that moonlight filling the skies. In the same way, Ananda Amrut Rupe Udibe Hrude Akashe. In the same way, this bliss, this embodied nectar, as if embodied nectar is rising up, welling up in my heart of hearts. And, O Lord, আমরাও নাথ তেমনি করে মাতিব তবু প্রকাশে. And, O Lord, let me become intoxicated like that bird Chakor gets intoxicated, gets extremely delighted the moment moonlight comes up in the sky. To me also, O Lord, make me intoxicated in that divine love, in that divine fervor, in that divine light, with your light, with your illumination, Tobo Prakashi. And Sri Ramakrishna has entered into Samadhi, and Sri M has narrated his condition. আনন্দ অমৃত রূপে এই কথা বলিতে না বলিতে ঠাকুর শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ গভীর সমাধিতে নিমগ্ন হইলেন. Just entered into that ecstatic mood. And what happened? What used to happen when Sri Ramakrishna used to enter into that ecstatic mood? That আসিয়া হইয়া করজোড়ে বসিয়া আছেন, sitting still, absolutely no movement, hands joined together, just hands joined together like this. হাত জড়িয়া কর জড়িয়ে বসিয়া আছেন. পূর্ব আস্য. Facing, suddenly he looked in the eastern direction. And deho unnat. Body is erect, still. Absolutely stand still and firm erect. Not drooping shoulders or anything. Just as if he is doing great, he into the position of a great, some yogic posture. Erect back, no drooping of the shoulders, nothing. Just and the, his gaze is towards the eastern direction. পূর্ব আসো, দেহ উন্নত, আনন্দময়ী রূপ সাগরে নিমগ্ন হইয়াছেন. He is just filled in that blissful state, thinking about, dwelling his mind, meditating upon that Anandamoyi, the blissful divine mother. লোক বাহ্য একবারে নয়. No outward consciousness. what is happening, who is sitting there, who is going out. No consciousness, outer consciousness. Sparsh bohiche ki na bohiche. Whether he is breathing in, breathing out, whether there is, that prana, apana, where is that inhaling, exhaling, no movement, no breathing at all. Spondoheen. Hmm? He is just there is absolutely no movement, still unblinking. Hmm? Nimeshushuno. Even the eyelids are not blinking, just steady. Not a single movement of any of the organs. Chitarpiter Nyayo Boshiache, as if he has been put in the canvas. Is it? Somebody has drawn a picture of his and he is sitting there in the canvas, just still like that. Absolutely no movement. Jeno, ye Rajya Churiya, কোথায় গিয়েছে? As if he is not in this plane at all. He is not in this plane and he has gone to some other plane, much higher, 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 dwelling with his beloved divine mother. So that was the beautiful narration, beautiful depiction of Sri Ramakrishna in that state of samadhi, which was that beautifully described by Sri M for our benefit. And now this Chaturtha Parichya. सच्चिदानंद लाभेर उपाय ज्ञानी और भक्तेर प्रमेद. Now, Sri Ramakrishna in this chapter, he is going to tell us of the way to attain the Satchidananda. How to attain Satchidananda? That is the ultimate goal, and Sri Ramakrishna every time insists on the devotees. That is the ultimate goal of life, to attain the Satchidananda, to attain, to know the ultimate reality, who we are, our oneness with that great Brahman, with that great Purusha, with that great Satchidananda. Now, how to attain that? That Sri Ramakrishna is going to tell in this chapter, and also Gani or Bhaktir Promed. And what's the difference between a person with knowledge and a person filled with devotion? A devotee going with knowledge. Now, people following the path of knowledge also, in a way, are devotees because they are following that path. They may not be following the path of devotion as normally described for the devotees, but still they are also onto that path of attaining the Brahma Jnana through the path of knowledge. So they are the Dhyanis and the Bhaktas, the devotees who want to attain the Lord, who want to attain that ultimate state of reality through the path of devotion, through the path of bhakti. So, what is the difference between these two? That also Sri Ramakrishna is going to tell us. So, Sri M starts this chapter with what is happening now. Sri Ramakrishna had entered Samadhi. Now, Samadhi Bhongo Hoilo. Sri Ramakrishna's Samadhi came to an end. He came out of that Samadhi from that higher plane, from the divine plane of being with his divine mother. He has come down to the normal plane. Iti purve Norendro Sri Ramakrishner Samadhi drushte কখন ত্যাগ করিয়া পূর্ব দিকের বারান্দায় চলিয়া গিয়াছেন. What happened? The moment Sri Ramakrishna entered into Samadhi, Narendra saw, I mean, okay, his singing was over. Half of his song, Sri Ramakrishna was in Samadhi. So Narendra just stopped, completed the song. He saw that his beloved Thakur Sri Ramakrishna has entered into Samadhi. Now he is not going to talk till the time he comes down on the normal plane. So what Narendra did? Narendra got up and uh, uh, he left the room. He left the room where all the devotees were sitting. He got up, left the room, and went to the corridor to the eastern door on the eastern side. Now, on the western side, the road leads to Ganges. Northern side door leads to our Ma's Nahabad. Eastern door, and Sri Ramakrishna was very intent into Samadhi. His gaze was towards the eastern direction, towards the temple of Ma Bhavatarini. Narendra got up and came out of that eastern door into the eastern veranda. And there what happened? সেখানে হাজরা মহাশয়ে কম্বল আসনে হরি নামের মালা জপতে হাতে করিয়া বসিয়া আছে। And Mr. Pratap Chandra Hazra, who used to spend a lot of time with Sri Ramakrishna at Dakshineshwar, he was sitting in that eastern veranda. Hmm. He was sitting on a blanket. Hmm. Kombolashane. He was sitting on the seat made with a blanket and Harinamer Mala Hate Kuriya Bushiat. He's, he has a rosary in his hand and repeating the name of Lord, chanting the name of Lord Hari, Harinami, chanting the name of the Lord. So Narendra goes to him. তাহার সঙ্গে নরেন্দ্র আলাপ করিতে Narendra goes and sees, okay, Hazra Mahashay, he is sitting there. Come on, let me have a few words with him. Thakur, anyway, he is not in with us now. He has gone to his divine mother. He is with his mother, meditating, contemplating. He don't know what he is talking to her. Spending time with his mother. So let me, okay, this Hazra fellow is sitting there as it is chanting the name of the Lord. Let me go and have a some talk with him. This Hazra was a very peculiar, character and a personality, which that he had come to Dakshineshwar and he wanted to. He used to consider himself to be at par with Sri Ramakrishna at times. It was a at times he used to behave in a very funny manners. Sometimes he used to behave as if he is a great devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, and sometimes he used to behave as if he is at par with Sri Ramakrishna. He used to tell all these young boys, Narendra, Rakhal, and Baburam and others, why you are going to him? You come and sit with me. I will teach you what he is teaching. And at times he used to scold Sri Ramakrishna. What is it that you have got so much attached to all these young boys? Be attached, remain attached with your divine mother. What you will get through this attachment to Narendra, what you will get through this attachment to Rakhal. Forget it. You are wasting your time putting all your love and affection on these youngsters. Spend your time, devote your time to the mother. So that was, and Sri Ramakrishna used to, take it very lightly, and he used to say, like that those two troublemakers at Vrindavan, the Jatila and Kotila, who used to create lot of trouble, who used to create lot of, try to create misunderstanding between all those gopis and Krishna, so that there is not much of love and affection between Krishna and all those, gopis. So Sri Ramakrishna used to say, this Hazra is like those the Titila and Kutila. I mean, okay, he has come here to create some kind of trouble. Without that, without that, there won't be such a great fun. There won't be people won't be able to enjoy this Leela being played by Krishna and the gopis in the same way. People won't be able to appreciate the Leela, the play that was played between Sri Ramakrishna and all these young youngsters who later on were going to become the great monastic disciples who started this Ramakrishna order. Sri Ramakrishna also used to take it very in a very light manner. That Hazra's criticism of his behavior, Hazra's criticism of his getting into samadhi, he used to think, I mean, okay, what is this? I also can get into samadhi, and he used to find samadhi at times. So that was Sri Pratap Chandra Hazra sitting there in the eastern veranda on the woolen seat, Kumbulashone, and with rosary in his hand, chanting the name of the Lord. And Naren goes and starts, he began talking to Hazra. এদিকে এদিকে ঘোরে এক ঘোর লোক হইয়াছে. Now here what has happened in Sri Ramakrishna's room. In the meantime, this room is filled with the devotees. The room is absolutely filled with the devotees. Like that Gotapurno comment that Mr. Sri Vishwanath Upadhyaya had made. Purna Ghoto. Like that, the room was filled to the brim with all the devotees. And there was no sound at that moment. Sri Ramakrishna, in the state of Samadhi, just come down. He just came down. And ঠাকুর শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ সমাধি ভঙ্গের পর ভক্তিদের মধ্যে দৃষ্টিপাত করিলেন. And as the room was filled with devotees, there was no space to sit and all. He just glanced around. Now, he was till his samadhi, he was glancing in the eastern direction towards the temple of Ma Bhavatarini, and now he came down to the normal plane. As he came down to the normal plane, he looked around. Who all are there? Who is my beloved Lorraine also there or not? So he just looked around. He glanced at Sri Ramakrishna Samadhi Bhungeর পর ভক্তদের মধ্যে দৃষ্টিপাত করিলেন. Who all are sitting there in front of me. দেখেন যে নরেন্দ্র নয়, শূন্য তানপুরা পড়িয়া রহিয়াছে. And then as he looked around, he realized Lorraine, his beloved Lorraine is not there, and instead there is only that Shunno Tanpura, that lifeless Tanpura is lying there on the floor. Till that Tanpura was handled by Narain, was played by Narain, it was as if leaving Tanpura. It was emitting such beautiful, melodious music in the hands of Narain, handled by Narain, played by Narain. Now, Sri Ramakrishna just looked at it. Shurna Tanpura, lifeless, with Narain not there, with Narain hands not on those strings. That Tanpura had also become lifeless. That was. This is the beauty of Sri M's narration. M had such a beautiful way to express these feelings. Otherwise, if we have to express anything about that Kanpura lying there, we won't get this particular feeling. We won't get this understanding of narrating it or describing it as a Shurna Tanpura. It is only the devotee, the disciple of M's teacher, he can get to that particular, emotional feeling. M brings in his emotions into his writing. শূন্য তাঁবুরা প্রিয়া রহিয়াছে, আর ভক্তগণ সকলে তার দিকে ঔৎসুক্যের সহিত চাহিয়া রহিয়াছে. And the moment Sri Ramakrishna just started looking at that lifeless Tanpura sitting there without the fair Lorraine, all other devotees, they started looking at Sri Ramakrishna with all the curiosity. Now, what is he going to say? What is he going to utter that having found Lorraine is not sitting there after he came down from his samadhi, seeing Lorraine is not there, only that lifeless Tanpura is lying there on the ground. All other devotees extremely curious to know what is going to be Sri Ramakrishna's reaction to that. Now, Sri Ramakrishna says, আগুন জ্বেলে গেছে, এখন থাকলো আর গেল. Says, this fellow, he has lit the fire, Narendra. He has lit the fire, and now it doesn't matter whether he stays here or not. The fire is burning. The fire that he has lit with that beautiful singing, the fire of devotion, the fire of love of the holy feet of the Divine Mother, That fire is lit. Now it doesn't matter whether he is sitting here or not. Now it doesn't matter whether that Tanpura is Shunno, is lifeless or not. It doesn't matter. Hmm? Now it doesn't matter whether kon taklo or gelo, nothing matters. Let him be there spending time with Hazra. Now he has lit the fire. Now I am filled with devotion. I am filled with love. I am filled with faith. I am filled with affection towards the holy feet of my beloved mother. Bhaktano onnono bhaktidigir prati. And now that Narendra is not there, now Sri Ramakrishna starts talking to Captain Vishwanath Upadhyay and all other devotees who are sitting there in his room. Chidanand arop koro, madero anand hobe. And looking at Captain and other devotees, now Sri Ramakrishna starts his teaching, starts his divine teaching, starts his nectarine teaching. He says, Chidananda arop koro, madero anand hobe. He says, give your mind to that being, ultimate being filled with bliss and consciousness. Chidananda rupa, ananda koro, arop koro. Give your attention, meditate upon, contemplate upon Chidananda, the one and only reality filled with the bliss and consciousness. Chit filled with bliss and consciousness. Tumadiro Ananda hobe. You will also be filled with that divine bliss. It is not that uh, meditating on that the being which is blissful, which is compassionate, which is consciousness, divine consciousness, eternal consciousness. You are not going to remain, without getting anything. You will also be filled with the divine bliss. Madhiro Anand Hobe. Chidananda Ache. Yes, that bliss of God consciousness is always there. This is what Sri Ramakrishna insists upon his disciples, insists upon his devotees, very much there. Have no doubt, have no confusion. Chidananda Ache is very much there. Kebol Abaron, oh, big shape. It is He is there that eternal consciousness, eternal bliss is very much there. Have no confusion. Only thing is Abaron, oh, big shape. That is veiled by the delusion. That Chidananda Rupa, that Satchidananda is very much there. Only thing is, Abaron, oh big shape. Only thing is, it is veiled, it is got covered with delusion, Abaron, and big shape. What is big shape? Big shape is creating the duality with the name and form. That is big shape. The moment creation comes into existence, the moment the Purusha, the Brahman, manifests itself as Prakriti, the duality of name and form comes. That starts the differentiation between the Purusha and Prakriti. That is the only difference. But Chidananda Achayi, he says it is there. The Brahman is there. Don't get bogged down. Don't get confused by that veil of delusion. Don't get confused by that big shape of name and form. Chidananda is there. Bijoya Shakti Jodokombe. Ishbore Rutimoti Totovarve. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, the less you get attached to the senses, to the sense objects, less you get attached to the senses and the sense objects, the more your mind will go towards God. Ishbore Roti Moti Toto Badve. your mind, your focus, your attention, your contemplation towards God will increase so many fold as this desire, as this attachment to the senses comes down in the inverse proportion. As it comes down, the love, the meditation, your mind will more go towards the Lord. Your mind will more go towards that eternal divine being, which is filled with eternal bliss, eternal consciousness, eternal knowledge, Satchidananda. So, Sri Ramakrishna, don't get confused. Don't ever think that Chidananda doesn't exist, that Satchidananda is always there. So what if you are looking at all these manifestations in the form of name and form, in all these sense objects, they are trying to distract you, distract your attention. They are trying to hide away your knowledge, your devotion, all these sense objects. So the moment you keep on reducing that attachment to the senses, you keep on lowering down, you keep on lowering your attachment to the senses, your love for God will start going up. Your love for that eternal entity of Satchidananda will go on increasing. You decrease this, that will go. You lower this pan of balance down. The balance, the pan of the balance of the divine love, of the divine fervor, of the divine illumination. It will go up high, 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 high. So that is what Sri M has told. How Sri Ramakrishna reacted when he saw Naren is not there, only that empty, lifeless Kanpura is sitting there. He said, doesn't matter. The fire is lit now. Whether the person who has lit the fire remains there or not. Let him enjoy his time with Hazra. Now we will start talking something wonderful that will lift our minds from this lower plane to the higher plane. And Sri Ramakrishna has given this first lesson having come out of Samadhi that Chidananda is there, Chidananda is there. Don't get bogged down, don't get diluted by that delusion, that veil of Maya. Don't get deluded by the name and form created in this universe, by that Vikshepa. Our own Vikshepa, they're all there, fine, doesn't matter. But behind this veil and behind this Vikshepa, Chidananda is sitting in its full glory. Try to understand that. And for that, what we have to do? We have to reduce our attachment to senses, and our attachment to the Lord will grow, will increase in multiple manifold. So that was Sri Ramakrishna was teaching to us on at the start of this fourth chapter. Such a wonderful teaching. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna Pranamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.